Your grandchildren hug you a little quicker now. Have you noticed? The embrace that once lingered has become efficient, polite. They pull away faster than they used to, and you tell yourself they are simply growing up, becoming teenagers, getting busy with their own lives. But there is another possibility, one that no one in your family will ever mention to you directly. You may have developed a smell, not the smell of poor hygiene, not the smell of neglect. Something else entirely, a distinct, unmistakable scent that scientists have documented, studied, and yes, named. It is real. It is chemical. And here is what I need you to understand before we go any further. It is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. Because while the origin of this scent is biological and largely unavoidable, there are people who carry it heavily and people who have learned to neutralize it almost entirely. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which category you fall into and precisely how to move from one to the other. This is not about vanity. This is about dignity, about grandchildren who want to stay close, about friends who lean in rather than subtly lean back, about remaining someone others want to be near, not someone they endure. Most people our age have no idea this is happening to them. Since you are watching this, you have the chance to be different. Let me tell you what is actually occurring in your body. In 2001, a Japanese researcher named Shinichiro Hayes identified a compound called 2-non-enol. This molecule is produced when omega-7 fatty acids in your skin break down through oxidation. The process accelerates significantly after age 40 and becomes pronounced after 60. 2-non-enol has a particular scent profile. It has been described as grassy, greasy, or waxy. Some compare it to old books or cucumber mixed with aged beer. It is not offensive in the way body odor from sweat is offensive. It is subtler, more pervasive, and far more difficult to eliminate. Here is the critical point. 2. Non-enol is not water-soluble. Regular soap does not remove it effectively. You can shower twice a day with your usual products and still carry this scent on your skin, your clothing, your bedding. This is why so many seniors are bewildered. They are clean. They are meticulous. Yet something lingers that they themselves cannot detect, because your nose becomes desensitized to your own persistent odors. Your family smells it. Your doctor smells it. The person sitting beside you at the theatre smells it, and not one of them will tell you. This silence is not kindness. It is social abandonment dressed as politeness. So let us fix it. There are 3 interventions that address this problem at its source. Not perfumes that mask, not powders that layer, actual solutions that work. The first intervention targets your skin directly. Most seniors wash with the same soap they have used for decades. Ivory, Dove, whatever was on sale. These products were designed to remove sweat-based odor and surface dirt. They were not designed to break down lipid peroxides, the oxidized fatty acids that produce 2-non-enol. You need a different approach entirely. Look for cleansers containing persimmon extract, also called kakishibu in Japanese skincare. This ingredient has been clinically shown to neutralize 2-non-enol at the molecular level. It does not simply wash over the compound. It binds to it and breaks it down. Green tea polyphenols and activated charcoal also demonstrate effectiveness, though persimmon remains the most studied and reliable option. I use a Japanese body soap specifically formulated for this purpose. It costs more than the bar soap at the drugstore. I consider it a non-negotiable expense, the same category as my blood pressure medication or my dental cleanings. This is health maintenance, not luxury. Apply these cleansers to the areas where sebaceous glands concentrate most heavily: behind your ears, the back of your neck, your chest, and your upper back. These are the primary production sites. A quick rinse will not suffice. You need contact time. Lather these areas and let the product sit for 30 seconds before rinsing. Do this daily, not every other day, not when you remember. Daily. The second intervention addresses what most people never consider: the fabric that touches your skin. 2-non-enol does not stay on your body. It transfers to every piece of clothing you wear, every pillowcase you sleep on, every towel you use. And because it is oil-based rather than water-based, standard laundry detergent often fails to remove it completely. You wash your sheets. They come out of the dryer smelling like fresh linen. But within hours of contact with your skin, the scent returns, because the compound was never fully eliminated. It was merely suppressed. There are several solutions here. First, wash your bedding more frequently than you think necessary. Once a week at minimum, twice if possible. Your pillowcase should ideally be changed every 3 to 4 days. Second, add white vinegar to your wash cycle. 1 cup in the rinse cycle. Vinegar is acidic and helps break down oil-based residues that detergent leaves behind. Third, consider enzyme-based laundry additives. These products contain biological agents that digest organic compounds rather than simply lifting them from fabric. They were originally developed for removing pet odors and have proven remarkably effective for 2-non-enol as well. Fourth, examine your closet. Clothing you have not washed recently but have worn, even briefly, may be holding this scent. The jacket you throw on for quick errands, the robe you wear each morning, the sweater draped over your reading chair. These items accumulate 2-non-enol over time and redeposit it onto your skin each time you wear them. I rotate my clothing more deliberately now. Items that touch my skin directly get 1 wear before washing. Outer layers get 3 wears maximum. Nothing hangs in my closet for weeks between washes anymore. This may sound excessive. I assure you it is not. It is the difference between carrying a scent and being free of it. The third intervention is the one that will surprise you most, because it starts from the inside. What you eat directly influences what your skin produces and releases. Diets high in fried foods, processed vegetable oils, and excessive red meat increase lipid peroxidation in your body. This means more oxidized fatty acids reaching your skin, which means more raw material for 2-non-enol production. Conversely, diets rich in antioxidants actively combat this oxidation process. The polyphenols in green tea, the anthocyanins in berries, the vitamins C and E in vegetables. These compounds interrupt the chemical cascade that creates the smell in the first place. I drink green tea daily now. Not because I particularly enjoy it. I was a coffee person for 60 years. But because I understand what it does at the cellular level. I have increased my intake of colorful vegetables and reduced my consumption of fried foods. Not eliminated, reduced. This is about sustainable change, not punishing restriction. There is another dietary factor rarely discussed: alcohol. Regular alcohol consumption accelerates oxidative stress throughout your body, including your skin. If you drink daily, you are likely producing more 2-non-enol than someone who drinks occasionally or not at all. I am not telling you to become a teetotaler. I am telling you that there are trade-offs, and you deserve to know what they are. Hydration also matters more than you might expect. Well-hydrated skin produces less concentrated sebum. When you are chronically underhydrated, as many seniors are, because thirst signals diminish with age, your skin's oil becomes thicker, more concentrated, and more prone to oxidation. Drink water even when you do not feel thirsty. Your nose may not notice the difference. Everyone else will. Now, I want to address something uncomfortable. Some of you are listening to this and feeling shame. You are wondering how long this has been happening. You are replaying moments. The friend who stopped inviting you to lunch, the grandchild who visits less frequently, the subtle distance that has crept into your social world. Stop. Shame is useless here. Shame prevents action. What I have just given you is information. Specific, actionable, effective information. The past cannot be changed, but starting today, you can systematically eliminate a problem you did not know you had. That is not cause for embarrassment. That is cause for relief. Most people your age will never watch a video like this. They will never learn what tu non-enal is. They will continue wondering why social invitations have slowed, why physical affection from family has become perfunctory, why they feel somehow invisible in spaces they once commanded. You now have knowledge they do not. Use it. Within 2 weeks of implementing these 3 changes, the specialized, cleansers, the fabric protocols, and the dietary adjustments, you will notice a difference. Not in how you smell to yourself, because you cannot accurately judge that, but in how people respond to you. The hugs that last a moment longer, the conversations where people stand a little closer, the subtle relaxation in others when you enter a room. These are the signals that tell you the problem is resolving. I want to be clear about something. Growing older comes with genuine indignities, physical limitations, cognitive changes, loss of people we love. Some of these we must accept with grace because there is no alternative. This is not one of them. This particular problem has a solution, multiple solutions, and choosing not to implement them is choosing an unnecessary isolation. That is not wisdom. That is neglect wearing the mask of resignation. If you found this information valuable, if you are part of the small percentage willing to confront uncomfortable truths rather than live with their consequences, then you belong in this community. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, not as an insult, as an act of genuine care, because the greatest kindness we can offer each other is the truth that everyone else is too polite to speak. And return here. There is much more we need to discuss. Truths your doctor minimizes, signals your family ignores, and solutions that actually work. Until next time, stay vital.